Do. Hello, you beautiful people out there. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Modded Minecraft Season 2. I'm your host, JJ. How you doing? That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing fine. At least I hope you're doing fine. Can't really hear you. You're probably asking yourself, where is that fantastic armor that I made last week? Well, to be honest, I was thinking, it's a little bit too powerful, and I'm just kidding. I'm actually wearing it. But one of the cool features about this armor is that it actually you can turn it invisible so that you can't actually see it, which I like because I like to see my beautiful skin. Today, what am I going to be doing? I am going to be working on this farm, which is why I'm sort of parading backwards through it. And I've got a bunch of stuff to do. As you can see, I've got 3 of these fields planted, and I've started into the 4th. But these crops are growing pretty slow, and I don't really have a good way of collecting them without actually walking around the farm and collecting them myself manually. So I don't know whether I'm going to get through all of this today, but I'm going to do my best to lay the groundwork, shall we say, for... Actually, look at that. I got the stairs. First try for collecting this stuff automatically and growing things faster. And let's start that right now. Let's start that by building these things called growth crystals. I can build growth crystals. Nope, not that. I can build growth crystals. Here, let me show you this way. Growth crystals, tier 1. But I need some potions to do that and some other things here. I can also step those up to growth crystal tier 2. So I just build the original growth crystals, and then I add potions of swiftness to them to get tier 2. And then I can tier them up again. Here's those growth crystal tier 2s. I add some potions of swiftness, speed 2, and a bunch of end crystals, and get myself growth crystal tier 3s. So that's what we're going to be going for today. In fact, I've already built recipes for all of these things. So if I just say that I want 4 of these, you can see I actually have recipes for end crystals and recipes for sea lanterns and all the other stuff that I need. But what I'm missing are the potions. So I'm going to start today building a system to automatically craft potions. And I'm going to build it right over here. So let's hit the time lapse and see how this goes. And that should do it. The end of the time lapse. I built this automatic potion brewing machine. This is a design that I found from another YouTuber that I like to watch, whose name is ImpulseSV. If you get a chance, check out his video on how to build this thing as well. I'll link it in the description as well. It's pretty cool. It's designed for Minecraft 1.14, but I found with a... Actually, I don't think there's any tweaks I needed to do. There is one. I needed to add repeater delay to this right here. 2 ticks of delay, and now it works just fine on 1.12. So there you go. In order to get these potions brewing, I need to, first of all, put some blaze powder in here. Then I need to prime the system with 1 piece of nether wart. Next, I need to put my ingredients in here. So I'm going to start by building potions of speed, just speed 1, which are made with just sugar. So, well, sugar and netherwort. So I'm going to put the sugar here, and then the netherwort, which is basically the first ingredient, goes right up here. So usually you put the ingredients in order from bottom to top, but the highest one would be the first ingredient of the next set of potions. So in this case, netherwort always goes in the highest dropper. I'll show you that again in a little while. I also need to fill up all of these chests full of water bottles. So I've got a bunch of water bottles here. So I'll start just by plunking these guys in here, and I will fill that up again as it starts brewing. So it is ready to go. Nothing in here right now. That is ready. The way to start this machine the first time is just by right-clicking on this. And then hopefully it's actually brewing. And it is not brewing. Wonder why. What have I done wrong? So I've got my netherwort in there. I've got my sugar. This lever I added, but it shouldn't actually affect anything. Do I have a hopper locked somewhere? Maybe I have to turn my lever on? No, because that wouldn't do anything. Off. Maybe I just have to flick the switch again. Sometimes it happens this way, where you flick it again. And, oh, yes, that's exactly what happened. So now I heard it click. So you can see the first ingredient is actually in there. There's the netherwort. It's brewing down. And if we give it just a moment here. Okay, the first ingredient has gone, the netherwort, and now the sugar is in. And if we give it another moment, and there we went. So the sugar drained out of it, and the potions drained out, and now we've got a new set of water bottles in, and we're starting the next set of potions, which is pretty cool. And this chest is actually going to fill up, and when the chest fills up and starts to backlog into the hopper back here that's actually filling the chest, it will turn the machine off and stop brewing potions. Or if I want to stop brewing potions myself, I can just flip the switch, and then basically it'll finish this set of potions with the current brew, but just won't feed them through this hopper because I locked the hopper. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool design. I really like it a lot, and it's going to help me to brew all of the potions I need. So let me get the rest of the water bottles in there, and then we'll do something else. While I'm waiting for the potions to brew, I actually set up a third spot here for another one of these Ender IO machines. And the one specifically that I want to build is something called a splice unslice or something like that. I've already built some of the components. Let's see, splice. This is the machine, slice and splice. And if I just use my little crafting recipe to see what I need, the only thing I'm missing is this Soul machine chassis. And if you recall, the Soul machine chassis is built using Soul die and a regular simple machine chassis, kind of like this. And I still had some of this Soul attuned die blend from the last time I built a machine that required this Soul chassis. So hopefully, oh yeah, there it is right there. I've already grabbed it in my inventory. I should be able to put these things into my alloy smelter here, and then they will cook up, and I will get myself a Soul machine chassis. Looks like I have everything, and there it is, all built really fast. So this thing goes right on here, and then I have a solar panel designed for it right there, and there it is. Okay, so this thing's going to require a capacitor, so I'm going to have to figure out how to make these capacitors. I think there are 3 types of capacitors, if I'm remembering correctly. Capacitors. So, basic capacitors, double layer capacitors, and octadic capacitors. These ones are the fastest, but of course they require the most to actually build them. But I can actually make recipes for all of these. So let's start here. That's the basic capacitor. Then the double layer capacitor is made like this. There's a recipe for that. And then the octadic is made like this, and there's a recipe for that. Oops. So let's put those in here, and then let's see where we stand. So if I wanted to make an octadic capacitor, oh, look at that. I actually have everything I need to make that. Oh, that's great. All the pre-existing recipes. I have a couple of these crushed coal sitting around already. So let's make one of those. There it is. I love it when everything just kind of works the way you want it to. And if we drop this guy in here, now it should start filling up with energy. Perfect. I'm also going to need some tools to go in here, specifically shears and an axe. So let me make a brand new set of shears and a brand new axe to put in there. I'm going to make a diamond axe. Actually, I already have a diamond axe just kind of kicking around waiting. That's nice. Do I have any shears that are just kicking around waiting? Oh, look at that. I do. It's funny. I don't actually remember making shears. It must have been one of the first or second episodes that I grabbed shears in order to shear some wool off of sheep. There we go. Those are in there. And now I can actually start building recipes with this thing. And the thing that I actually want to make with the slice, actually, I'm going to give it away here. The farming station. So basically, I want to make this thing, the farming station. In fact, I want to make a bunch of them. But in order to make them, I'm going to need more of these soul machine chassis. I'm going to need solarium. I'm going to need more energized bimetal gears, pulsating crystals, vibrant crystals, and this thing called the Z Logic controller. And if you look at it, it's made with a zombie head and some solarium and silicon and redstone. And that's how I get this thing. But I'm going to need to get this recipe 4 times. So let's see. Silicon, redstone, solarium, and zombie heads. Let's see what I have here. Solarium. Oh, it's not solarium. It's solarium. There we go. Some of that. I need some silicon. Oh, good. I got lots of that. I need some redstone. Redstone, got tons of that. And I'm going to need zombie heads. Oh, good. My mob farm is doing quite well at the moment. It's giving me zombie heads galore. So let's take these zombie heads and stuff and see if we can drop them in here. As I recall, there's only a handful of recipes that this thing can actually do. So if I just shift-clicked these things in, it should automatically fill exactly the way I want it to. Gives a weird sound. Gives me my Z Logic controller. So let's just do that again. That should be 2. That should be 3. And that should be 4. Ooh, that's a creepy sound. Perfect. Love it. And now I'm ready to make the next thing. So I'm going to go ahead and make a recipe for this farming station because that's the best way that I find to figure out exactly what it is that I need to still make. So if I want to make farming stations and I want to make, say, 4 of them, what am I missing? Okay, I'm missing vibrant crystals, I'm missing pulsating crystals, and I'm missing soul machine chassis. Well, I already know how to make these, so let's get these things. Let's see, vibrant crystal and pulsating crystal. I'm going to go back to my recipes here and figure out pulsating crystal. That's this guy right here. Oh, pretty easy. Made with diamonds and pulsating nuggets. Got those. And vibrant crystal. That's this guy. Made with vibrant alloy nuggets and an emerald. Easy. I'm not sure I have all those nuggets, but again, if I plop the recipes in here and then just tell it to make farming stations, again, 4 of these. Okay, so it's missing vibrant alloy nuggets. It doesn't know how to make those. So if I go back to my recipes, vibrant, this guy right here. Okay, I will teach it how to make that. And then pop the recipe in here. And then farm and 4. And now the only thing I'm missing is that soul machine chassis, which I just showed you how to build. So I'll make those and I will come right back. Looks like those are done cooking. So now if I go to build my farming stations, 4 of those, looks like I have everything I need and it just started raining. That's okay. I don't mind it raining. I've built my 4 farming stations. It's also nighttime, so I'm going to have a quick sleep and then we'll check on our potions. So it looks like the potion brewing station has stopped. Oh, nice. I have a full double chest full of potions of swiftness. It's 3 minutes. But now I need a few potions of swiftness, 8 minutes. So I'm going to upgrade this machine to do the next kind of potion. In order to do that, I'm going to take this, this nether wart out of this item frame and move it up to that item frame. But that's not all. I also need to take all the nether wart out of this particular dropper, and I'm going to put in some redstone. I'm going to save one out here for my item frame, right there. And yep, actually, there we go. And then the nether wart goes to one dropper higher. Still got lots of nether wart here. Still got lots of sugar, presumably. And now, as I said, we've got one nether wart in there, priming the system. The next thing will go in will be sugar, and then redstone, and then finally nether wart to start the next potion. And the whole cycle will begin all over again. How are we doing for water bottles? We're starting to run low on water bottles, so I'll make some more water bottles after these potions start brewing. The way to start the potions brewing again, this is actually really simple. All I got to do is remove a bunch of potions that are in here. There we go. And now the machine will start brewing, and the potions that appear at the top of the chest should be the new Speed 2 potions. So we'll check back on this and see how it's doing in a bit. And it looks like my potions are done brewing here. I now have, a whole bunch of potions of swiftness, 8 minutes. Perfect. I think I needed 16 of them, and I've got 18 of them right now. Plus the rest of this chest is full of the original Speed 1 potions, 3 minutes. Now I need 8 of another kind of potion. So let's take the redstone out of here. And let's not forget you. And let's go back over to my chest and replace this redstone with glowstone. So just to be accurate here, put that on the front. Click, 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 click. Now we should get nether wart, then sugar, then glowstone, and then reprime with nether wart in order to make the next thing, which is potions of swiftness 2, speed 2. And in order to start that machine, all we've got to do is take out some of these potions. And that should be now going. Let's just check that out. So we're brewing. And we'll check back in a couple minutes and make sure that this is making the right potion. And it looks like we now have our Speed 2 potions all ready to go. So let's get all of these into our refined storage system where they belong, along with all of our other potions. And then we'll try one more time to build the growth crystal tier 3s. We need 4 of those. Looks like we have everything. And 1, 2, 3, 4. They craft up that fast. I love it. Okay, so let's take our growth crystals and our farming stations and let's get down to our farm and start taking care of some business here. So these guys will actually go in the middle here in place of these slabs. So let me get these slabs off. And actually the growth crystal plops down right there, and then a farming station is going to go down on top of it. I don't think it matters which way I place these, but just to be safe, I'm going to put them here. You can see it's actually telling me I need a capacitor for these, so that's something I'm going to have to deal with later on. There's that. And there's 3. And boop. And boop. And then over here is 4. Get rid of the slab. Replace this guy and put this in here. The nice thing about those growth crystals is that they actually act as a water source. So all of my farms, you can see, are now growing. So let's actually try harvesting a row here just to see, just for kicks, how fast they actually grow back. Look at that. The first one is already grown back. I'm already growing back. See, this is what happens when you add the power of nether stars into your farms here. They actually super grow your crops, and this is actually happening really good. You can actually watch them grow. So this is going to help my production of this Inferium really, really well. And so I'm excited to see that happen. Unfortunately, there's a couple things I need to do before I can make these things work. And I think that is going to have to wait until the next episode. Guys, I have had a blast today building things. Uh-oh, I just trampled some farmland. Oh, look at that. The magical crop took care of it, I think. If it doesn't, the farming station will take care of it later. As I was saying, I've had an absolute blast today recording for you guys and adding to my farm and making potions and laying the groundwork for what is going to become a really cool collection system for all of this Inferium. And soon I will be swimming in Inferium. And then, wow, that just opens the doors to a whole bunch of possibilities. Unfortunately, there is one more important thing that I'm going to need to go not inside these things, which will be the capacitors, which are easy to make, but on top of these things. And I'm going to make a special trip next time into a special dimension that you may or may not be able to guess. So I will leave you guessing with that and talk to you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.